Jim Morrison, born James Douglas Morrison on December 8, 1943, in Melbourne, Florida, was a charismatic and enigmatic figure who captivated audiences as the lead vocalist of the iconic rock band, The Doors. Known for his poetic lyrics, wild performances, and enigmatic personality, Morrison remains an enduring symbol of rebellion and artistic expression. This is the life story of Jim Morrison. Early life and education. Jim Morrison was the eldest of 3 children born to George Stephen Morrison, a naval officer, and Clara Clark Morrison, a homemaker. His father's military career led the family to move frequently during his childhood, eventually settling in Alexandria, Virginia. From an early age, Morrison showed an interest in literature and writing. He was an avid reader and drew inspiration from authors such as William Blake, Friedrich Nietzsche, and Arthur Rimbaud. His fascination with the rebellious and unconventional carried over into his personal life. Morrison attended St. Petersburg Junior College and later transferred to Florida State University, where he studied theater arts. However, he became increasingly disillusioned with the academic environment and decided to pursue a career in music. Forming The Doors and early success. In 1965, Morrison relocated to Los Angeles, California, where he met Ray Manzarek, a fellow musician. The two formed a band, initially known as the Psychedelic Rangers, but later changed their name to The Doors, inspired by Aldous Huxley's book The Doors of Perception. Morrison's distinctive voice and poetic lyrics became the driving force behind The Doors' sound. The band's fusion of rock, blues, and psychedelic influences, combined with Morrison's charismatic stage presence, quickly garnered attention. Their self-titled debut album, released in 1967, featured the hit single Light My Fire, which propelled them to stardom. The Doors followed their debut success with a string of critically acclaimed albums, including Strange Days, 1967, Waiting for the Sun, 1968, and The Soft Parade, 1969. Morrison's provocative lyrics and intense performances captivated audiences, but also drew controversy due to his rebellious and unpredictable behavior. Lyrical genius and poetic expression. Morrison's lyrics were often introspective and poetic, delving into themes of love, death, freedom, and spirituality. His words were imbued with a sense of mysticism and darkness, reflecting his interest in philosophy and the human experience. Songs like Break On Through, To the Other Side, Riders on the Storm, and The End showcased his lyrical genius and his ability to convey raw emotions. Morrison's stage presence was equally mesmerizing. He embraced the role of the shamanic frontman, captivating audiences with his wild and unpredictable performances. His charismatic and enigmatic persona added to the mystique surrounding The Doors' live shows, making them a must-see act during the late 1960s. Controversy and legal troubles. Morrison's rebellious nature often landed him in trouble with the law. In 1967, during a concert in New Haven, Connecticut, he was arrested on stage for indecent exposure following an alleged incident involving his provocative performance. The incident fueled Morrison's image as a symbol of counterculture and rebellion. In 1969, Morrison faced further legal trouble when he was charged with lewd and lascivious behavior during a concert in Miami. Although he maintained his innocence, the incident had a profound effect on him and The Doors' career. The band's reputation suffered, and they faced ongoing legal battles and a decline in popularity. Personal life and relationships. Morrison's personal life was marked by tumultuous relationships and a struggle with substance abuse. He had a long-term relationship with Pamela Corson, whom he met in Los Angeles in 1965. Despite their turbulent relationship, they remained together until Morrison's death. Morrison's substance abuse issues escalated throughout his career, contributing to his erratic behavior and declining physical health. His excessive alcohol consumption and experimentation with drugs strained his relationships and impacted his ability to perform. Paris and tragic death. In 1971, disenchanted with the music industry and seeking a fresh start, Morrison moved to Paris, France, with Corson. It was there that he hoped to focus on his writing and escape the pressures of fame. However, on July 3, 1971, tragedy struck when Morrison was found dead in his apartment bathtub at the age of 27. The exact cause of Morrison's death remains a subject of debate and speculation. The official cause listed on his death certificate is heart failure, but due to the circumstances surrounding his death, including his substance abuse history, rumors of drug overdose persist. Legacy and cultural impact. Jim Morrison's legacy extends far beyond his short-lived career. His influence as a songwriter, poet, and cultural icon is undeniable. His rebellious spirit and poetic lyrics continue to resonate with audiences, inspiring generations of musicians and artists. Morrison's impact on popular culture is evident in the numerous artists who cite him as an influence, including Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam, Bono of U2, and Ian Astbury of The Cult. His enigmatic persona and provocative stage presence laid the groundwork for future rock stars who sought to challenge societal norms and push creative boundaries. In 1993, Morrison was posthumously inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of The Doors. His music and legacy continue to be celebrated through various reissues, documentaries, and tributes. Beyond his musical contributions, Morrison's poetry and writings also garnered attention. In 1988, a collection of his poetry, titled The Lords and the New Creatures, was published posthumously, revealing another facet of his artistic talent. Jim Morrison's life was marked by creative brilliance, controversy, and tragedy. His poetic lyrics, charismatic stage presence, and rebellious spirit made him an icon of the counterculture movement of the 1960s. Though his life was cut short, his impact on music and popular culture remains enduring, ensuring that his legacy as the enigmatic frontman of The Doors will continue to captivate audiences for years to come.